Hello everyone, my name is Tianxin Shi and I'm excited to present our work towards controllable speech synthesis in the era of large language models, a systematic survey. This is a collaborative effort between the researchers at the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, Guangzhou, and the University of Surrey. We'll start with a brief introduction to text-to-speech, then we'll dive into the main tasks and methods in controllable TDS, looking at both model architectures and control strategies. We'll also cover the datasets and evaluation methods used in this field. And finally, we'll discuss the current challenges and exciting future directions. So what is text-to-speech? At its core, it's a technology that converts written text into natural-sounding speech. It has many applications such as audiobook synthesis, podcast generation, and anime dubbing. But modern research goes beyond simple text narration. We're focused on controllable TDS. The goal here is to give users fine-grained control over the synthesized speech. Much like an audio engineer and a mixing board, we want to precisely adjust attributes like pitch, volume, and speed, as well as more complex quantities like emotion, speaking style, and timbre. This slide provides a high-level overview of the evolution of controllable TDS. As you can see from the line graph at the top, there has been a dramatic increase in research publication in this era since 2019, peaking in 2024. We've seen a clear progression in model backbones, moving from early RNN and GAN models to the now dominant transformer, diffusion, and the large language model architectures. The bar chart at the bottom shows a corresponding trend in control methods, with a significant shift towards more specific, description-guided controls for attributes like emotion and timbre in recent years. So why another survey? Well, several excellent surveys on speech synthesis already exist. They often focus on general neural TDS or specific model families. Our work fills a critical gap by systematically focusing on the aspect of controllability, especially in the context of the recent advancements driven by large language models, which previous surveys have overlooked. The main tasks can be broken down into several categories. Prosody control deals with elements like emphasis and rhythm. Timbre control relates to inherent voice characteristics like gender or age. We also have emotion control, and style control for formality or tone, language control for multilingual systems, and even environment control to simulate speaking in different locations. To achieve these controls, the field has developed various methods that we can categorize along two main axes. First, we'll look at the underlying model architectures, which are primarily divided into autoregressive and non-autoregressive approaches. Then we'll examine the different control strategies, which are the ways we provide input to guide the synthesis, such as using style tags, reference audio, or natural language descriptions and instructions. First, let's look at non-autoregressive models. These models generate the entire audio sequence in parallel, which makes them very fast. Early examples like fast speech used transformer-based architectures. Other approaches such as GMVAE Tektron leverage variational autoencoders to model the latent attributes of speech. More recently, this category has been dominated by diffusion-based models like natural speech 2 and flow-based models such as F5 TDS. These methods have achieved state-of-the-art quality while retaining the speed benefits of parallel generation. In contrast, autoregressive models generate the audio sample by sample, where each new output depends on the previous ones. Traditional methods like prosody Tektron are based on RNNs. The latest revolution in this space comes from LM-based models like Wall-E, which treat speech synthesis as a language modeling task. This allows for incredible autoregressive zero-shot capabilities, which can synthesize a new voice from a short audio prompt. This flowchart summarizes the research trend. We started with traditional models that had limited controllability. This branched into flow-based models which are fast but offer less intuitive control, and LM-based models which are slower but provide highly intuitive control. The current trend is moving towards hybrid architectures that aim for both intuitive control and high-fidelity synthesis, with the future pointing towards powerful instruction-aware frameworks. Now let's turn to control strategies. The first is style tagging. Here, control signals are provided as discrete labels or special tokens, like the pitch and gender tokens shown in the Spark TTS example. This is a structured but less flexible approach. A very popular method is using a reference speech prompt. In this approach, the model is given a short audio clip and it synthesizes the target text in the style and the voice of that reference audio. The Edu TTS model is a great example of this, enabling powerful there short voice cloning. To make control more intuitive, researchers developed methods that use natural language descriptions. Instead of discrete text, you can write a description phrase, like a lady whispers to her friend slowly, as seen in prompt TTS. The model then interprets this text to generate the corresponding style. The most recent and flexible approach is instruction-guided control. This combines the content to be spoken with a description of how it should be spoken into a single unified prompt, as shown in examples from Cozy Voice. This allows for controlling speaker identity, speaking style, and even fine-grained paralinguistics like laughter or breath, all through natural language. So, looking at the trend over time, we see a clear evolution from structured, token-based controls toward free-form, intuitive, and personalized interaction. The long-term vision is to achieve fully natural, instruction-based control, where users can describe the desired voice and style as naturally as they would to a human performer. On the other hand, controllable TTS research depends heavily on datasets and evaluation. The table here lists major public datasets used for model training. For evaluation, we rely on both objective metrics like word error rate and the subjective measures such as the mean opinion score MOS. Recently, model-based evaluators have gained traction to partially automate human assessment, which is a very promising direction in the future. While existing methods have greatly pushed the frontiers of TTS research, there are some key challenges still remain, including achieving truly fine-grained attribute control and effectively disentangling features like style or gender from speaker identity, and overcoming the scarcity of high-quality, richly annotated datasets. Future work is moving toward instruction-guided synthesis and editing, multimodal extensions, long-form conversational TTS, and automatic datasets generation, such as using self-supervised or generative approaches. These slides highlight only part of our work. You can find more details in the full paper and explore follow-up studies on our GitHub repository. Thank you for your attention.